The king! I am the thing of legend! The thing that your mama told you, don't go outside, cause you'll get fucked up. I'm what's waiting on you in the dark.
So, right back at you. It's your boy Big Truck. Shout out to my man Manosphere Highlight Daily. We're going to highlight some things, okay? A life coach gets cooked for lying about the red pill and throwing good men under the bus. We're about to tap into it. So grab your shoulder pads and your helmet. And let's get this work.
Apparently, this female matchmaker is confused. She's catching heat online for her takes on men and red pill content. And now she's playing the victim. Brace yourselves, fellas. We're gonna let her talk for a minute and a half to set the tone. You've been warned.
I just want to say that in a recent episode, we talked about red pill content and the rise of conservative dating trends. And holy hell, I don't know what happened, but the amount of hate that was directed at myself and my co-hosts for the month of March, was insane.
What's happening with men? Why are they turning to red pill content? Why are they turning to betting?
The first thing that women judge any man they've ever met within 4 seconds is this man a creep?
Yep.
Is this man safe?
Safety is number one. It's not like, are they fuckable?
No.
I have to disagree with that. When it comes down to it, your health should be number one. However, if we shift the goalposts, wouldn't it be safe to say, are a large number of women safe to date? Safe to sleep with? Safe to be a gentleman for? Because what we're seeing now is a lot more women being violent and DVing men. You can't be making this shit up.
Safe.
Well, when you think about the number one risk in a woman's life is who she marries. Whereas like for men, it's like what? Heart disease?
Oh my God.
This is an unequal playing field. I don't know if it got posted on some Reddit feed or whatever, but there were thousands of men telling me to die, to go get an abortion, even though I'm not pregnant. But even if I was pregnant, that's
Yeah, men came for you, as they should. One thing is for sure, is for certain. When you come for men, men have a right to come for you. Because if you switch the goalposts.
And all we did in that episode was say like, wow, some men have FanDuel on their phones and they can't afford dating. But anyway.
Wait. That's all you said? You really think that's what triggered the internet?
No, you did more than that. You insulted men. Okay? And see, and you're a life coach. Be careful of some of the life coaches you listening to. Some aren't really life coach. They gave themselves that title.
Let's not take your word for it. Let's actually go back to that podcast and see if the cooking you got was truly deserved. Let's break it down.
The second thing on the news, red pill content, which refers to right-wing content, often male-focused online material claiming to reveal harsh truths about society, especially around gender and relationships. It promotes rigid masculinity, frames women as hypergamous, and encourages dominance in relationships, often reinforcing toxic or misogynistic views.
Ah, yes. Straight from the Effinist WordPress blog playbook. Let's break this garbage down, line by line. Right wing. First of all, how is seeing reality clearly a political affiliation?
Men are waking up, having conversations at the table, having conversations at the water cooler, having conversations on the sideline, having conversations in the end zone, having conversations in the locker room. When it comes to a man opening up his eyes and taking the gold pill, as I will continue to introduce and bring to the manosphere, the gold pill is tapping into the parts unknown.
Since when did common sense have voting registration? Calling it right wing is just lazy. That's code for I don't like it, but I can't argue with it, so I'll just throw it in the evil conservative bucket and hope no one notices. Claims to reveal harsh truth. No, Miss Matchmaker. It doesn't claim to reveal truths. It does. The fact that it hurts your feelings doesn't make it false.
And when man begins to speak truth, that's triggering to most women. Man has exposed their character, their ways, and what they say, and how they say what they say. Once men begin to call that out, that's triggering. They don't know how to handle it. Men are not supposed to know their secrets. Men are not dumb. Men are listening. You expose your own damn secrets. Oftentimes, you don't listen to half the words that come out of your mouth.
That's like saying gravity is problematic because it makes you fall. Cope harder. Frames women as hypergamous. No, 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 no. You don't frame a biological instinct. You observe it. Women are hypergamous. It's not a theory. It's anthropology.
And when we tell men to read the room, observe and report, that's exactly what we mean. See, when you begin to read the room, see the damn elephant in the fucking room, observe and report, now what you've done is you've seen an individual for who they really are. A large number of women don't like it when man sees them for who they really are.
Evolution didn't create Tinder, so women could marry broke poets. They are wired to seek status, safety, and strength. Deal with it. Encourages dominance in relationships. Translation: men having standards and boundaries is now dominance? God forbid a man wants to lead, protect, or expect respect. That's abuse.
So when a man states his boundaries, limitations, his preference, now there's a negative, bad label put on him. What I have to say about that? Fuck that. Man, continue to set your boundaries. Continue to set your limitations. Continue to state your preference. Man, you know what you like. You know what you need. You know how you want it. When you stand 10 toes down and you stand on business and sit on chrome, you hold the key. Continue to walk in that. Know who you are and whose you are in the season of your life.
Abuse now? These people act like masculinity is a war crime, reinforces toxic or misogynistic views. No, what it reinforces is accountability. And you know who hates accountability the most? People who benefit from chaos.
Modern feminist women do not like to be held accountable for anything that they do. I'm not going to sit up here and say all women, because women of good character, women of good substance, they're even holding modern feminist women accountable. And we see that. They're basically saying men were right all along.
The second you say, maybe women aren't always victims, it's like you pulled the fire alarm in a feminist yoga class. So yeah, she took an L the moment she started this topic. Because if you can't define the topic accurately, how are you about to educate anyone on it? That's like trying to teach algebra while calling numbers racist.
Or all of a sudden you a football coach, but you ain't never played a fucking first down. You speaking on something that you have not experienced.
Sit down. But let's keep watching her video because I want to see just how deep this intellectual pothole goes. And if she doubles down, we'll be right here, ready with the intellectual shovel to dig her out or bury the nonsense.
Okay, what is hypergamous?
So hypergamous is the word. I actually have this in my book.
Oh, yay.
Yeah. So hypergamy is the idea that when women date.
The idiot has a damn book. Okay.
They should be dating up socially.
Okay. Socially.
Like, for instance, and this happens, we are all socialized this way. We're like, when a woman meets a man, she wants him to make more money.
Yes.
She wants him to have a higher social status. And frankly, like, men don't care. Like, I've never met a man who's like, oh, well, I have a few clients, but they're like, she needs to make this amount of money and like, she needs to have this education.
But that's more because they want.
But see, it goes back to what I highlighted before about feminism and what feminism was used for. and how a large number of women were manipulated and lied to.
Make sure she's sorted. In our case, it's like we need, like women think, they think that way because they want the man to support them, right?
Should shit hit the fan, sure.
Yeah. But
I
I think
think-
these men
yeah.
who want women to make money, why do they want that woman to make money?
I don't know.
Like you're
I have a few clients like this. Not all of them, but like there's always 1 in 10 clients who are like, she needs to be Ivy League educated. And I'm like, okay, fine. She went to Yale.
Yeah, is that?
You can
It's funny because when a woman states her preference, oh yeah, girl, all smiles and cheers. But when a man states his preference, it's shamed upon. Y'all ever know that?
literally see the ignorance radiating off this clip like bad Wi-Fi. Miss Matchmaker is up here talking about hypergamy like it's just a casual preference, like ordering oat milk instead of regular. No, Miss Matchmaker, this isn't brunch talk. This is biological programming. Let me break it down slow for the people in the back. If you understand and acknowledge that women are hypergamous, then you must also acknowledge that they are not looking for equality in relationships. They are looking up. And that right there, that's the red pill. That's the cold truth modern men have to swallow. Not this delusional idea that we're all building some equal partnership fantasy together.
And when men begin to acknowledge that, okay, and this is where you see in droves a large number of men picking up their shoulder pads and their helmet and they walking on. They're vacating premises. They're occupying spaces with other races and other places. You see? There's no disagreement. There's no arguing. There's no being disrespectful. There's no being rude. You just simply walk. What have I always said? When you move quietly and peacefully and gracefully, that right there, along with silence, will kill anything loud and toxic.
Nah, she wants a man better than her, taller, richer, smarter, more powerful, but somehow still emotionally available, humble, soft, but a killer when needed. What did she say again?
Because they want the man to support them, right?
Should shit hit the fan, sure.
Yeah.
Exactly. When shit hits the fan. That is why 80 to 90% of men are invisible in today's dating market. It's not because they're bad dudes. It's because they can't clear the ever-moving bar of
Not just that, but men are said, you know what? This doesn't benefit me. This doesn't serve me. Men are not putting their life on the line for a woman that doesn't benefit them. And that woman will not do the same for him. Help me make it make sense. Your boy Big Truck cannot be making this shit up, fellas. Continue to wake up, men. Continue to talk to these YNs. Continue to talk to these lollipop soy boy simp ass men. Those are the ones I really want. Y'all need to take y'all damn gold pill and tap into the parts unknown. Tap into things you've never tapped into in order to be the best version of yourself for many people to see, player.
hypergamous fantasy. And here's the kicker. When women talk about it, it's sociology, empowerment, just a preference. But when men point it out, suddenly it's toxic, misogynistic. Who hurt you? That's the game, brothers.
Because men are calling it out. Men are seeing it for what it is. What have I said before? If an individual, we'll say, has unresolved child issues with their past, they need to go back and deal with that. I don't care how many layers it takes for you to peel that shit off. You need to go back and deal with that, because if you don't, the shit will show up in your social life and your love life. And we see it. A large number of women, we see it. Grew up with no father in a home. You were abandoned. Things were done to you. You've seen some things. I'm paraphrasing. You heard things. Certain things became familiar to you. You didn't deal with it at a young age. So now as an adult, Especially as you get older, it gets worse and worse. And you wonder why, when it comes to your social life and especially your love life, your past fucking shows up. And you will find yourself self-sabotaging or destroying a relationship and or marriage because you have things going on and you have unresolved childhood issues that your ass didn't deal with. Men see that, men call it out, men fall back, pick up shoulder pads and helmet, and walk. And here you are, bitter, angry, always choosing these niggas over a good man. You'll mess up anything good with a good man, or you'll make the good man pay for what this nigga did to you. But that's the nigga you chose. That's the nigga you allowed to nut up in you and get you pregnant. Help me make it make sense. Let's go.
They get the described reality. You get accused of bitterness for observing it.
So anyway, it says I saw this TikTok video. I want to show it to you. It's called "Red Pill Content Ruined My Relationship."
I was with my best friend from 19 to 26 years old. You want to know what ruined that relationship? We were long distance for a period of time. I went during the pandemic and I was staying with him in Vancouver and something changed. And you want to know what changed? He started watching podcasts like Fresh and Fit. He started listening to content about MGTOW and that man changed. And I would sit across from him and not understand the person that I was seeing. I felt like I was waking up to somebody that I did not know.
Nah, you woke up. The man woke up. The man woke up. He took his balls back. And see, that's what we are continuously seeing happen. Men picking up their balls and they walking. Men picking up their shoulder pads and their helmet and they walking. Men taking the gold pill and tapping into the parts unknown. Now their eyes are open. Now they see things that they've never seen before. Now they're able to move in ways that they've never moved before. Most of y'all women don't like that. You can't control Bobby no more. You can't control Jacob no more. Bobby and Jacob have options now. They standing on business and sitting on chrome. Now they have the key. They hold the key. As a king should.
I am qualified to talk about this shit. I am qualified to understand the repercussions that red pill content have on men, because the person that I wanted to spend my life with, the person I was in love with, the person I wanted to fucking marry changed overnight because of the content like that. And I see now the men who do watch that content. I hear the things that they say because I would listen to it. I actually started consuming that content because I wanted to understand what happened.
He grew up. Here's the thing. When we talk about the red pill content, we talk about the gold pill, it's about men's empowerment, men's enlightening, opening up the eyes and the ears to man. Most men have been dead men walking in darkness. And good content creators as myself, Manage for Highlight Daily, Danica Marie, from a woman's perspective, I can keep on going. Pink Book Lessons, Average Man Unplugged. I can keep on going. Brother Kevin Samuels, individuals that are shedding light to a dark place. You can look at it that way. And it just goes to show. Where's the voice for men? The voice for men is on an uprise. You have some real good male content creators out there. And some real good female content creators out there that are bringing truth. There's no lies detected. There's no male nor woman bashing. It's simply putting truth in proper perspective that others can relate to and identify with.
To all the men who asked me that question, there's your answer.
Okay. So one of the things that I'm hearing from her is that there are there is content out there
Yes.
that is, let's call it red pill.
Yeah.
Do you know what that means, that reference?
I mean, you mentioned it earlier, like you read up, but like, what exactly is red pill content? Like Andrew Tate kind of stuff?
Sure. Yeah. Andrew
that's
Tate,
where-
Fresh and Fit.
Yeah.
There's plenty of podcasts out there.
And there it is. Andrew Tate, Fresh and Fit, like clockwork. Whenever women want to sound informed about male spaces, they just say the names trending on TikTok and call it a day. You've all seen the clip. The one woman losing her mind because her ex stopped being a simp jutsu master after watching Red Pill creators. She's not mad he changed. She's mad he woke up. He unplugged from the...
She's mad because those influences, those positive influences, okay? Shout out to Fresh and Fit. Shout out to Andrew Tate, him and his brother. But when we begin to march in this surface and partake in this journey, and we begin to share our stories and how we got better and how we changed, how we went through the storm, how we went through the fire. Even though going through the fires, you're going to get burned a little bit, but you still move and you learn from it. And you share those experiences. And this is what you do so that you don't keep bumping your damn head up against a brick wall that you know that's not going to break. Let's redirect you so. And that's what we're seeing. A large number of men being redirected. Modern women are having a fucking hissy fit. They are hitting the wall. They're angry. They mad. How dare you? You can't control someone that's been exposed to the truth. You can't control someone that's been exposed to the light. Either you're going to get right or you're going to get left.
The delusion and asked a question she had no answer for. What do you offer? And that's when the gaslighting begins. Oh, he became toxic. He changed. No, he just stopped giving you princess treatment for simply existing. Pay close attention to what happens next.
And the one thing I always try to explain to people is that because outrage monetizes best online, these men and some women, they know what they're doing. They're saying stuff that they might not even necessarily believe in.
Right.
But because it gets engaged.
Hold up. Whoa. That part right there, I have to agree with, because a large number of women, especially black women, know what the fuck they saying when they make them damn TikTok videos. Because it's a different type of audience that they're pandering to. You see, it's a different type of audience. Either slow, hurt, broken, busted, ran through, in and out of relationships, toxic, no daddy in a home. It's always a certain type, a group that those types of women will pander to, especially on social media when they be on there talking and going on these damn podcast shows. Half the shit that they be coming out their mouth, they ain't about that life. They ain't living that in real time. I guarantee you, everything that men are talking about what they want in a woman, that's how they living off camera. But on camera, it's a different ball game. Run till that.
Engagement, they will be able to monetize off of it. Right?
Yeah.
But then when you get enough listeners, you will start to also kind of believe your own shtick.
Yes.
Right? And then you'll hear phrases from these men. I mentioned Fresh and Fit on in my book. I don't know if Wynn did.
Yeah, you did. You mentioned it 3 damn times, hussy. Heifer. 3 damn times you already done mentioned. Fresh and Fit. Andrew Tate. We get it. They're in your book. You have an issue with them. Because you're so focused and zero in on them. Damn.
Ended up keeping Fresh and Fit, or we just named their names. But that's a podcast. And, they say stuff like, what do you bring to the table to a woman?
Yeah.
And it's like,
Yes.
Why do I need to bring anything to it? Like,
Right.
what is this question?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's talk about that, dumbass. What do you bring to the table? Teamwork. Let's meet each other halfway. We both do our part. We bring out the best in each other. Listen here, dumbass. Everything, what I just said, roll it into one. It's the same meaning. It's the same thing, just worded different.
Like, you're trying to determine if you want to date me by seeing like what I bring to the table.
Yeah.
Like,
Damn
what do
right.
you bring to the table? Like, why is that? That's not what relationships are.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bullshit.
Right. At its fundamental level.
The foolishness. This right here is exactly why you get cooked every time you speak on this. You see what she just did? She completely dismissed the idea of women contributing to a relationship. That's literally what the question, what do you bring to the table, is about. But no, that's suddenly offensive now? Meanwhile, she's totally fine with women being hypergamous and only dating men in higher socioeconomic classes. So let me get this straight. Women can ask for height, 6 figures, 6-pack, emotional maturity, passport stamps, and a man with a trauma-informed therapist. But the moment a man asks what a woman brings, suddenly it's misogyny and toxic.
Fuck that, man. You continue to ask what a woman brings to a table in a relationship. You continue to ask. And if she has a problem with that, you leave her ass where she stands. Because a real woman ain't going to have a problem with that. A real woman is going to know what you bring to the table is an equivalent of what do you bring to a relationship. Teamwork. Meet each other halfway. Do for me, I do for you.
That question, what do you bring to the table, isn't new. Women ask it first. It's called hypergamy, remember? But now the tables have turned. Men are waking up. Men are unplugging. And the truth is, most women can't answer that question with anything other than, I am the table. That's why they hate red pill. Not
And also a large number of them hate it when a man knows what the hell he's talking about. When a man knows his worth and he embraces that and he know who he is and whose he is, and he lives and enjoys everyday life and his options has options, oh, they don't like that. They don't like that at all.
but because it teaches men to think, to question, to demand value. And when men stop simping, stop overextending, and actually expect something back, women panic because the fantasy was never about equality. It was about advantage. And the moment that balance shifts, it's war. Red Pill asks, can we be honest about value? Not delusional, not emotional.